So I'm moving unexpectedly. Once again, I got that packed. I have my other suitcase pretty much packed on the bed right now. And then I've got my purse. I didn't ever even give you a tour of this place, and really don't care to. This has been a really ugly experience, and like really unexpectedly ugly experience. So let me sit down and tell you what happened. Hey everyone, so I got everything pretty much ready to go, and I'm just waiting on my wonderful viewers that I actually just met with the other day, and they're coming over to help me get out of here because I remember I got to go down 19 stairs with luggage, and I can't count on my host for that, and I'll tell you why in a second. So I'm just waiting for them to come over, and I'm going to call a cab, and we're going to go over to the place that I'm going to be for the next 2 weeks. And if you saw my live stream, probably it would have been out like yesterday for you. You'll know just the overview of it, but I'm going to get into more detail here. So I was only here a week. I was supposed to have been here like 8 weeks. But you know, first there was a stair problem. Then there was the fact that my Wi-Fi was really bad here. The location of the place was not great for me because I basically have to take a cab to anywhere I go. If it wasn't so hot out, I could probably walk some places, but anyway, but the worst thing, believe it or not, the stairs were not the worst thing because I kind of got adjusted to them over the week. The worst thing was the shower, which from the very first morning I was here and took my first shower was, you know, the drain was not draining properly. And even after 5 minutes in the shower, it was almost threatening to overflow the little, you know, like the little shower, the walls on the bottom, you know, like that are probably 2-3 inches. I don't know. Anyway, it was threatening to overflow. And the only day I washed my hair was that first morning because I only wash my hair about every 6 days. And so I knew I should have told her probably immediately, but I just, you know, after the day that she helped me here to get into the place, there was just something about her that I just kind of knew she was, you know, a lot of you were saying to me, oh, you should get a refund and blah, blah, blah. I knew darn well that woman was never going to give me a refund for anything. And you know, unfortunately, Airbnb is not real good about backing up guests on this kind of thing. So I knew I should tell her about the shower because it was just going to annoy me, and it was going to be really hard to wash my hair in there without just having the water off most of the time. And, you know, while I was standing in there, and she actually had sent me a message on Monday and said, oh, I'm just checking in. I hope things are okay. And honestly, I didn't want to respond back because things weren't okay, and I should have just responded immediately and said, you know, the shower's a problem, you know, but considering her attitude, I would have had to be out of here even sooner. So what happened is by Friday, I was like, I've got to let her know. Like, I've just got to let her know. And meanwhile, I had already changed my reservation so that I was only going to be here for 1 month, basically. So, and I didn't tell her it was because of all the stuff, but I just said I had to cut short my stay. And then I told her about the shower, and I was expecting what you would normally get from an Airbnb host, which is that the host would say something like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, it shouldn't be doing that, but you know, I'll come over and take a look at it maybe tomorrow when I have time. And I would have said, fine. So she doesn't do that. She immediately attacks me and says, I've never had a problem with that before. Nobody's ever reported that before. And that bathroom was remodeled 2 months ago, and there's no way that drain's backing up. Okay, I'm not hallucinating. And so right away, she was just super defensive, and I knew that this was going to be a problem. Well, it just escalated from there. I mean, every time I said, I'll film it. I'll go in and film 3 minutes of it, and you'll see how fast it fills up. And that's with the handheld shower part, not even the overhead rainfall shower head, which really fills it up fast. So I did that, and I sent that to her in the afternoon. But she had already said, there's no way that you know, that's doing that, you know. I guess implying that I'm either a liar or that I'm delusional, which I'm not either. And so it just really ticked me off because that's not how a host is supposed to behave. And I just knew it was going to be bad, but it ended up getting worse. So when I sent her the video, she just ignored that. And she said, well, you must have done something to the shower. What the heck could I have done to the shower? So then she tells me, oh, you're going to have to clean that drain out yourself and pull out the hair and stuff. It's not my hair. I literally washed my hair one time there. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? And I didn't say that to her in a message. I wasn't being nasty. But she said, you need to do that. And then there's like, she has some chemical in the, like, she said acid in the thing where the detergent is, and you need to pour that down the drain. I'm thinking, why would she have that there if there wasn't a problem? You know what I mean? Like right there, and I said that to her. I said, it's interesting you told me to do that, which I'm not going to do. I'm not cleaning out a drain that I did not clog up, and I'm not using acid. And so then she goes, well, I am not coming and doing that. And she had already said to me in one of the messages that she was gone this weekend and wouldn't be back till late Sunday. Well, at that point, she just, again, is still implying. And then she starts threatening me and saying she's going to charge me a fee to have that fixed. Are you kidding me? She goes, you're staying long term and blah, blah, blah. And you should, anything that happens while you're there. Seriously? I'm here a week. That's not really long term. And so it really made me mad. And I did not ever really lash out at her. The worst thing I said to her was at one point I said, now I know why I was reluctant to tell you about this, because you're being very defensive. And honestly, I don't think being totally truthful with me. And that's kind of the worst thing I said to her. So it just got to the point where I ignored like the last thing she sent, which again was kind of threatening me with cleaning fees or something that, and because I have left every place I've stayed. I have cleaned up all my stuff. I've taken out the trash. I've done all that before I check out. And I've actually had kudos from hosts saying, thank you so much for leaving the place in good condition. So I am not one of those people that trashes an Airbnb. And it just makes me mad that she thinks I am. I did also point out to her in one of my return comments to her that I said, I guess I shouldn't be surprised that you're taking this attitude because you were the one who didn't disclose that there were stairs to this place, which was kind of an important fact. She didn't respond to that part of it, of course. But it just got ugly real fast. And then I saw that she went on there and requested, I don't know how that works with Airbnb. She requested I be out by July 7th, which is when you see this, it's the day after you see this. And when I saw that, I was like, screw you, I'm out tomorrow. Like just, this is BS. I didn't do anything to that shower. I guess I should have notified her immediately Saturday morning and said, the shower's backing up. How could she have accused me when I'd literally been here less than a day? Anyway, it got ugly really fast, and now it's had a ripple effect, but I'll get to that in the next video as far as what I'm going to do. Meanwhile, I did find a place to stay this video today was going to be something different until this happened, and I really just have to discuss this, and it's not going to be really long. But I had some footage I shot at the mall and stuff. I'll show that still in a later video. Now that I'm going to be I'm actually staying in a place that's like center of the city. And I'll be able to walk places and get more footage before I leave here. But I'm only staying there for 2 weeks. So I'll have 2 weeks to at least see some things and do some things, and then that's it. So I'll tell you in the next video or the one after that, I'll tell you what's next. But yeah, this is literally the worst Airbnb host I've ever experienced. Of course, I have not experienced a ton of them. I've not been doing this forever, but I have to say, on no planet is her behavior and attitude acceptable in a host. That's just not okay. And then honestly, I was really paranoid last night because then I was thinking, well, they probably even have a camera in here, or maybe they even have a listening device in here, you know? And I didn't sleep well last night at all. Like I probably got 3.5 hours of sleep. And so I'm really tired and I'm looking forward. I could not go to another Airbnb after this. I just couldn't do it right now. So I'm actually staying in a hotel, like a small hotel that, you know, it's nice. It's not like a luxury place, but it's nice. And they should have better Wi-Fi, so I'll be able to do some live streams from there for 2 weeks. And yeah, that's the story. The worst Airbnb host I've ever had. So anyway, until next time, be kind. You know what? It was hard for me to be kind to her. It was. I mean, I held my worst things that I wanted to say to her. Honestly, I really did. I held back. But when she was just lying to me straight out. You know, she was just absolutely lying about it. And I thought, why? I can't believe she has not done this to other guests. I can't believe she hasn't done this. I think what ticked her off about me is that I really asked for her help to get my luggage up here the day I moved in, and I had to really beg her for that, and I think she was mad about it. And I think she was like nursing a grudge already, and so then she just was looking for a reason. Now, yeah, maybe if I'd never told her about it, I could have stayed here another couple of weeks at least and had a shower that wasn't great, but, you know, maybe if I hadn't rocked the boat, at least I wouldn't be out more money now. Now I'm out a ton more money to do this. Because I'm not getting a refund from her. I know that. At least I don't have to pay the whole 2 months. I only paid for like the first month. But no, I'm not getting a refund. I know that. It's like, that's just highway robbery. And of course, I am definitely filing a complaint with Airbnb. I don't hold out much hope it's going to do any good, honestly. I really don't. But so I just lost, you know, I mean, I stayed here 1 week, so even taking into account that I paid for that week, I basically lost $500, you know, just stolen from me because I have to get out. So, all right, till next time, I'll just say, take care and keep moving forward. I'm trying to. Bye.